Hello, hi, it's your girl, Mammi Dearest, and today we have on my couch, who do we have?
It's Mko's mother. I'm Mushinyalo. I'm not used to these things, so
She's a bit nervous. You don't worry, you'll get comfortable as it goes. It's very simple, very easy and stuff. So you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard me, if you're Jesty, talk about my mom a lot. How she's inspired me, how she's this strong woman, how she's like 10 out of 10, she's a 10 out of 10 mom. So today on my channel, basically I wanted you guys to basically meet her in 3 parts, and the show is called Mammi and Mom. Mammi as in M-A-M-M-I and Mom as in M-O-M, Mammi and her mom. And basically how this, I don't know, it depends on how you guys receive it, what you guys want and stuff. But then the first 3 parts of it is going to be divided into 3 parts, I think 20 minutes each. The first 3 parts of it is basically going over our relationship dynamic. The first part, of course, I won't have much to say because I'm going to be asking her questions on my childhood and everything like that, which I can't answer for in terms of her pregnancy and her infancy and my infancy. But then as we go, I'll be more involved in the conversation. And the second, then after we go through that thing of discussing our relationship dynamic and stuff, then you guys can start asking us questions and we can unpack different topics from a mom's perspective and from a daughter's perspective. You know, mother-daughter dynamics, you know, they never really are always perfect, but it's going to be such a nice show. I feel like it's going to be so fun. Very simple, very casual, nothing hectic. It's just that today we look a bit formal because it's our first episode. But as we progress, we're going to be more relaxed, more simple, more normal. Yeah. So are you ready, Mammi?
Yeah, I am ready.
Okay. The first question I have for you is, how old were you when you found out you were pregnant with me?
I was 22 years old when I found out that I'm pregnant with you, and you were born in 2023.
2003.
2003, yes, 2003 years, yeah.
So you were 23, 2003 when I was born?
Yeah, 2003 years, I was 23.
Okay, how did you feel?
You know, I was excited. You know, when you grow up, every girl's dream is to have a family. Yeah, every girl's dream, we dream about having a family, husband, to be a wife, to be a mother of 4, have a beautiful garden. Yeah, I was happy.
You're very excited.
Yeah,
Were you not nervous, first child?
No, I was not nervous. I was just excited. I was waiting for you.
Oh,
I was waiting for you, yes.
That is so sweet. That is so sweet. When did you find out I was a girl? Did you like find out, when you found out I was a girl, how did you feel? Or did you find out when I was born? How was it back in the days?
Only you were born, it's when we found out that you were a girl. Yeah.
Really? So your whole pregnancy, you didn't know?
No, I didn't know anything. Your father never wanted to know anything. He wanted to be a surprise, yeah.
So during the ultrasounds, they never told you, no, this is a girl?
No.
So it was like a ta-da, it's a girl.
It was a ta-da. No, mostly when you go there, you know, when they check, they won't see mostly whether it's a girl or boy. I think when you're 8 months, 7, 8 months,
that's when they were able to see.
Even when you see the ultrasound, you can see that, oh, this is a girl, oh, that's a boy, yeah.
How were my ultrasound pictures?
You were always closing your legs, so that's why it was hard for us to know. Because we never asked whether you're a girl or a boy.
But it was also hard to see.
It was hard to see.
So then, which hospital was I born in?
Johannesburg Hospital.
So I'm a Joburg girl through and through, even at Joburg.
Yeah.
How was Joburg Hospital back in the day?
No, it's the best. It's the best. I don't want to lie, it was the best. It was the best.
You didn't have any problems?
I was late because you were born while I think I was 41 weeks. 41 weeks, so
I was supposed to be a 2002, guys. Are you hearing that?
Yeah, I was 41 weeks when I gave birth to you in February, so it was the best hospital ever. The treatment was very good. I think it's still good because I never went there.
In a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Was I the only child that was born there? Where was Renani born?
Renani was born in Hillbrow Hospital.
We were born in different, and then Chana was born in Edenvale Hospital. So you never returned to a hospital?
No, only one.
Okay, how did your family react when you found out you're pregnant with me?
You know how mothers are. My mother, she was not, in my eyes, she was not happy that I'm pregnant. But the nice thing is that when she talks to people, if I'm hearing, she used to say that she's happy that I fell pregnant. Like, she gonna be a grandmother. I'm gonna have my own child. She was happy. Like enough when I fell pregnant, already your family side, they already came to my side to introduce themselves. Yeah, vavonodda kange ashu. Yanudwambananga chivenda nendimuvenda. So vavonodda nge ashu would introduce her to my family. So that's why it was easier when I fell pregnant. It was easier or baba phone vari, hey, zino mutu. So.
And this is
and I don't want to lie, in your family side they were excited, so hey, so I have to go.
Yeah, because my father is the firstborn.
The father is the firstborn.
So it was like, the first son is having a child.
Yeah.
What? I'm sure they were
very, very, very happy.
Well, it was my dad was in Joburg at that time. He was working here.
Yeah, your dad was in Joburg. Yeah,
he was working security.
Yeah. So when I went there, I went with my sister. So your grandmother was there. She was very welcoming.
She was like, they
were excited. Yeah,
come meet my child.
They were excited. I went there while I was pregnant. Then I didn't stay. Then we have to move to Johannesburg.
Oh, I think that brings. I have a question here somewhere that like, how old were you? I was born here, ne? So
yeah, you were born in Johannesburg.
And we stayed in Hillbrow.
Yeah,
for 2 days. For 2 days of my birth.
Yes, we're in Hillbrow. Your father was already working in Killarney.
Yes.
So after Ndishipedzo Beba, then they have to say, his bosses say that we must move to the other side. So yeah, Reradzura Killarney. Okay.
What was your relationship like with my father when I was
the
born?
Best.
Love of your life.
I don't want to. No, that was a love. Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. No regret. No nothing.
No nothing. Okay, I already said how old was I when you moved to Joburg. Okay, why did you choose to raise me and not send me back home? Because like the thingy back in the days was you give birth, the grandparents raise the child so that you guys establish yourself. So why did you make the choice to raise me instead of doing that?
For me, it was not easy, because Ndichini Beba, when I gave birth to you, I was not working. So definitely I had to stay with you. So Robari Rote in Johannesburg with you, me and your dad. And the nice thing about it, your grandmother and grandfather used to stay in Velteverian Park in Rudiport.
Yeah.
So there was no way I can send you to Venda while you were small, or me, I can go and stay in Venda, because my in-laws, they are here in Joburg.
Okay.
So that's why I had to stay in Joburg. Marandichitomo Shuma, while you were 2 years old, then they says that you have to go home to Venda so I can work. Then it's when I realized that no, man. Yeah, I grew up with no mother in my side, with no mother, no father. So I didn't want my child not to experience, both mother and father.
Because I think the little Venda I know comes from that 6 months I stayed in Venda, because she did send me home, and then she came back and fetched me. And to be honest, that time I thought, because I was being raised by my mom's elder sister, and I thought she was my mother. I fully thought she was my mother. So when my mother came, I remember this one, guys, I was 3, but I remember like this woman just coming in, and I'm like, who's this woman who's coming? Imagine you as a child, you can easily forget your parents, like you can easily forget. I was like, who's this woman coming? And then you stayed, I think, a few days or something.
Days, and you never talked to me, you know.
Because I didn't know you. I was so scared. I didn't even go to her, because I didn't know her. I was like, who's this woman?
After 3 months.
So I already forgot you.
I don't think you forgot about me. I think you were just angry.
That you left me. Because I was like, who's this woman? In my head, I was like, who's this woman? And then all of a sudden, I'm living with her.
You came to visit me. The time we're taking you back, I think we're in Park Station. I end up saying, Rotonda must leave alone. You are staying. So then that was it.
Then no, I didn't go.
I need to stay with my child.
How was that? Like, because at this point, I didn't know how to speak English. So I was like at crash and...
No, you used to speak English. Then you go to vendor.
And then I forgot how to speak English.
You forgot English in 6 months. So then you have to come back to Joburg again to start from scratch. Yeah.
So like, was it difficult like leaving me at crash and stuff?
No, the crash Lewantumelo was the best. I think it might still be the best. Yeah, it was the best crash ever. So even if you were no one is at the like English, any language, any vernacular na English, no one is at Devi. Mara, they made sure
that I was...
Yes, or you are welcomed. But I think after 3 months you were...
I was fine. I'm a very fast learner. I'm a fast forgetter, clearly, but I'm also a very fast learner. And then, okay, what question do I have here? Okay, how did you initially want to bring me up, and in what type of environment? Like, what was your idea of like, okay, this is how I want to raise my child? What was the plan?
I think, welcome to plan. I think I wanted to rewrite my life. Like with my first daughter, I wanted like to rewrite my life. Like, hapo enda itazi mistake one. So like, I didn't want you to follow my footsteps. I really wanted to follow my footsteps, but there was some stuff I would say no. So that's why I wanted you to raise you in my own way, ngandila yanga, so that in your life. And I didn't want to blame anybody. That's the other thing for you to be raised in Johannesburg, because I didn't want to blame anybody when mponi songa chikoloni, nisa pasi chikoloni, like maybe boyfriend stuff or whatever. I didn't want to blame anybody. No resort, it needs to be me. So I wanted everything to be blamed, so that if everybody doesn't know, that's me.
My mom was very strict growing up.
You never had a sleepover or anything?
Yeah, I never slept over. I never went out. Like, guys, my mom was so strict. So like the way she is now, people are so shocked. They will never believe me when I tell you guys, my mother was so strict. Like, I don't even, like, she'd even, like, try and separate me from some friends. That's how strict.
I used to choose your friends.
That's how strict she was.
At school, I choose who you sit with.
My first day at HHX, I went to HHX primary school, right? My first day of school, my mom walked in class with me. And literally, what did you do that day? You looked around the class. She looked around the class, and she was like, let me see who can my daughter like be friends with. And then she literally put me on that table, and she was like,
the short girls ever in the class.
Yeah, way too, and I are still close. Like we're not the closest, but she's still one of like my people. My mom literally was like, please take care of my child. Yeah. And she left because for me, I was starting at that school grade two. Okay, and then, okay, so then this idea of yours of wanting me to raise me your way and everything like that, did that ever change at some point, and why?
Of raising? No.
It never changed?
Sometimes I think the way I raise my kids, that's why maybe my relationship never worked. Because ndo ndishitodo raise my kids in my own way, and to the moment.
So you no one needs to give my father a say.
No.
She never gave anyone a say on how to raise us.
But she was surprised. Put in crash. Oh, this is the crash. Maybe he doesn't even know how much you're paying in crash. Then when you go to primary school, I just throw you in the other school. He knows that Mpo is going to that school. Ndichini visa. I don't remember. I didn't think we even talk about it. That Mpo is changing school. I just swap you. Then we go to the other school. That's how it is. Yeah.
Don't you think like your hyper independence stems from being an orphan?
Yeah, being.
She was an orphan for like a few years.
4 years. Yeah, I was alone. Yeah. I was not alone. I was with my sibling for 4 years. Yeah. I was with my sibling for 4 years.
And she was like at 13, she was raising her younger siblings. Yeah. At 13, she was like my mom at 13. No one. It was her and her younger siblings. The youngest being Mrendeni, and Mrendeni was like
he was two
at the time.
2 at the time.
Yeah, so she was like at 13 she had to grow up and be like an adult and stuff. So that hyper independence.
Yeah, I need a tissue when I talk about my childhood.
Tato, do you have tissues?
When I talk about So when I was 13.
Yeah, tissue.
Yeah, when I was 13, I lost my dad.
Yeah.
When I was 13 years old. I think after 3 months, my mother became very sick. Yeah, then her family.
That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, her family decided to come and fetch their own child.
Thank you. Okay, go, Mom.
Yeah,
just tap, tap, tap. Don't wipe. You have makeup on.
Yeah, talking about my childhood, it's a hard year.
Yeah, because my mom had a very difficult childhood, like very difficult. I think that also part and parcel why I'm not a complainer.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, life is hard, but compared to like my mom's upbringing, it's not that hard.
But I don't think like it was bad. I think it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. It helped me. That's why I don't depend on anybody. I'm a one woman.
But then, how are you gonna then find companionship and find a person if you're like so independent, if you're so hyper independent?
No, I think it's just finding someone who understands you. Like, uyangane, I think ubana bananga, it was enough. Yeah, to be with my kids is the best thing ever.
I'm glad. And then the last question, this is how we're gonna end the episode. If you guys want more, to find out more and everything like that, then yeah, you know what to do. You can comment. We'll maybe have an episode about, are you ready to talk about your childhood?
Yeah, one day I will talk about maybe episode 6, 7.
Episode 6, 7, you'll talk about it. Yeah, because it was very difficult. At what age would you recommend having a first child?
I think in 2 years' time, I need to have a grandchild. When we are 23, you must bring the grandchild. From where, I don't know. I'm just happy.
It's Tato laughing in the background for me. So that's what then. At time, I used to be like her. Like, I used to have that same mind. Because of like my relationship with my mom, I wanted the same age gap between me and my child. So, because my mom is old enough to be my mom, but she's young enough to understand. But then, no, I think I'm probably going to have my first child at 28.
Shoo, 28.
Because I don't know. I don't see, unless I get married next year. So if next year someone surprises me and says, will you marry me? Then I'll have my first child at 23.
Yeah, 23, 24, you need to have a grandchild.
So you're like, oh my
ready.
God. She's ready. Scary. That is so scary. That is actually so scary. Yeah, thank you guys for watching the episode until this far. If you guys want to watch part 2, stay tuned. I'm going to drop it next week, Wednesday. So get ready. So in part 2, we're going to be discussing basically my teenage years, growing apart, growing together, and then we're going to unpack those things. So like, comment, share, subscribe, do the right things. You know what to do. What do you have to say, Mammi?
Kolibuwa, but kombelo ni like, ni share, ni subscribe.
Thank you.